He was born and raised in East Harlem, New York City. He was a young boy with dreams and role models and had a great future ahead of him. But no one could ever imagine that his life would turn out the way it did.
As a little boy, like 6 years old, I used to suffer from nightmares, and I was very demonic. And when I would wake up from the nightmare, I would see like dark shadows, like just standing over me. I was told that that was my imagination, and you know, you're just a boy. You know, it's just your imagination. It's normal. You know, every boy has dreams and nightmares. And because of that, I was afraid of the dark for many years. I was taking pills for depression, and I would go straight to the street. I would come back home when it's time to sleep, and then tomorrow do the same thing. So I spent all my hours just in the street. Once I got hooked on weed, on marijuana, my whole life changed. Now I didn't have no desire to play sports no more. I didn't have no desire to study, to be in school. All I wanted to do was smoke weed, and then eventually to selling weed. Once I got into selling weed, then I was able to support my habit. As time progressed, I started smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol, and then one of the biggest downfalls was when I hit the pill. Being that I got addicted to the pills, now my body became dependent on the pills. So if I didn't have the pills, like the Xanax pills that I was taking, then my body would start to go into like a seizure mode. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, so I ended up having insomnia. I ended up having anxiety. Since it happened so frequently, I started to time it. I'm waking up 3 a.m. every night with these nightmares of either people coming to kill me or somebody chasing me, something like that, or it would be like the devil. It was different. The times when I didn't have no money even to pay back, to invest in drugs, that was my life, to invest in drugs and to live off of that. So then, you know, I went into robbing people. I would deceive drug dealers, rob drug dealers. I wouldn't want to just rob anybody. I used to handpick and do little robberies and almost lost my life behind it. I've been arrested over 20 times throughout all of this. But the first time that I caught a felony charge, when you get a serious charge, is when I got arrested for possession of heroin, where they gave me intent to sell heroin and also a loaded pistol. When I found out about the Universal Church, I remember I was in class, and this kid sits next to me, and then I don't know how the conversation got brought up, but he started talking about Jesus. And then he started talking about church. He said, listen, I just want to give you an invitation to a special service. Maybe it's not for you. Maybe you might know somebody who's struggling with depression, struggling with addictions, struggling with suicidal thoughts, with seeing things or hearing voices. So everything that he was saying, it was like he was talking about me. And so I said, you know what? When is the service? He said, Friday. I said, all right, I'm gonna come. When I came, it was different. It was real. It was real. It was strong. It was powerful. And when I went there, I just knew that this was like my home. They said to make a chain of prayer every Friday. Don't miss Fridays. He said, if you want to be free, you have to fight to be here Fridays, and we're gonna help you. After that Friday, I no longer was seeing dark shadows, the nightmares of demons and things like that. I no longer was experiencing none of those things. I no longer smoked. I actually put the pills that I was taking, I put it on the altar, because I understood that I said, all right, God, my life is yours. I didn't want to leave the church with the pills in my pocket. From that day, I never went back to pills, smoking, drinking, pornography, fornication. So today, I'm blessed. I got hired by a nonprofit organization as a youth mentor. I've received the greatest gift, and that was God's Spirit living inside me. It was like a peace that came inside me. It was like this assurance that I belonged to Him. And that was the greatest, knowledge to have, like to know that you belong to God, that when I knew right there that if I died right there, I'm going straight to heaven to be with God. October 11th, we having this event. It's called Defeat Depression, and I invite you to come. Maybe you feel like there's a black cloud over you. Everywhere you go, it's just raining on you and nobody else. I know what that feels like. I know what it is to be depressed. You have nothing to lose. You're not gonna regret it. I don't regret coming here. You don't have to pay any dime. This is a free event, and that's why we invite you to really come. We really want you to come to this event, not for our sake, but for you to be free.